What's up, guys? This is Imperative David, your Fedora Restaurant, and I'm here to show off yet two more battles. And these all take place last Friday on my Friday night throwdown stream. And I'm coming back to you with, that's right, it's the quote-unquote hacked Rayquaza strategy that just absolutely devastated someone last time I showed this off. We're bringing back Big Daddy Rayquaza, because why not? Why not bring back Big Daddy Rayquaza? It's a crazy strategy, tacticians. This is probably one of my most devastating strategies I've ever played, and I'm going to be talking about it as the battle plays off. Starting off with Doom Clash, going to be bringing out his Primal Groudon and Heatran. This strategy is scary, people. It is extremely scary. Not because of what it does. No, that's just scary enough. It's scary because of how quickly it snowballs out of control. So first of all, the strategy works like this. Getting the Contrary from my superior, as you're seeing right now, I'm getting it from Skill Swap, off of my superior and putting it on Rayquaza when he goes into Mega Form. That is the key to this entire strategy. Obviously, I could have just, I could have run Spindo with Contrary Skill Swap, but I didn't have a Spinda, so this was adding an extra step that I really didn't need. Now, obviously, it requires that Yara survives, and he barely survives on 4 HP. He's got the Choice Scarf. Now he's got the, he has the Skill Swap on. He has the Contrary ready to go. Now all he has to do is get it onto Rayquaza. Rayquaza, in the meantime, has to survive long enough to get the boosts going and get the ability activating. So, obviously this Magma Storm is not really helping me out, not really helping out my day. But, job done. Yara's done his job. Mega Rayquaza has done his job at least. And now he's going into Mega Form. Big Daddy Rayquaza on the field, everybody. Now, obviously this strategy has a tiny flaw, and that is if I don't get the Contrary off, well, Mega Rayquaza is just on its own there. But I get the Contrary off, so I trade the Delta Stream from Yara and put it onto Rayquaza. So things are alright here. But now here comes the strategy. Dragon Ascent. Normally Dragon Ascent reduces my defensive stats by 1 stage with each use, making Rayquaza more and more frail each turn. But with the Contrary active, the defenses instead increase. So now he's even stronger than he was last turn. And he's just gonna keep getting stronger and stronger as long as the Contrary remains active and he stays on the field and keeps getting Dragon Ascents. Obviously, the Magma Storm is getting a bit out of hand, really annoying, but I'm still gonna keep going. I gotta keep this going as long as possible. Now, there is one other thing that I'm gonna be trying to doing, and that is keeping the Delta Stream as active as possible. Obviously, Yara's only at 4 HP. He's gonna lose it if he swaps out. So I go for the Skill Swap again. I traded for Heatran's Flash Fire, and this will keep the Delta Stream active because now my opponent has to swap out his Pokemon if he intends to remove Mega Rayquaza's biggest strength, and that is the Delta Stream. Yara's gonna go down, but that's alright. That's what I wanted him to do. Groudon is going for Stone Edge, and that's really annoying because that's one of Mega Rayquaza's biggest weaknesses. It's Rock-type moves when he loses his Delta Stream, and at this point, a single Rock Edge or Stone Edge will actually destroy him because he's so weak. However, because the fact that he's now forced to swap, it gives me a turn to work with. Unfortunately, he swaps out into Primal Kyogre, and he's swapping into his Kingdra now. Or he will be forced to swap into his Kingdra later on. But in any case, the Mega Rayquaza is now on the field, Primal Kyogre on the field, and this removes the Delta Stream that was active before and replaces it now with the Heavy Rain. The Primordial Sea is active, and unfortunately, Mega Rayquaza is not yet at full power. Not yet. Now, out goes Primal Groudon. He's not able to do anything. Out comes the Charizard. And this is going to be actually a pretty clean decision here. This was actually pretty good on my opponent's part. He knows I'm going to target the Primal Groudon. He knows I'm going to try and get rid of it. So he goes into the Charizard, which is going to get 1-hit KO so that he can get a clean swap in with his next Pokemon. which is going to be the Kingdra. So that's the end of the Charizard. But out comes Heal Pulse now. Heal Pulse. This is where the strategy comes into play. Obviously, Rayquaza's going to have a bit of a boo-boos. He's going to have need some Band-Aids, but that's where Amy comes into play. She's fast enough and tanky enough, outside of, physical attack, to keep Rayquaza on the field. And just in case I run into a problem, like, say, a Kingdra that might have an Ice Beam, I have the Ally Switch to give myself one turn. But he doesn't go for the Alice, or doesn't go for the Ice Beam. He goes for the Hydro Pump. He's trying to knock out Amy, but thanks to my Dragon Ascent, thanks to the Ally Switch, I'm able to endure that attack, return with another Dragon Ascent onto the Kyogre, and really lay the pain down onto the opponent. Like I said, every turn he does this, every turn he is gaining more and more stats, more and more power. And now I see the Ice Beam was indeed going into Mega Rayquaza. He wasn't going to use the Kingdra, but hey, take what you can get. Now here, I think he was predicting that I was going to swap out, or not the swap out, but do another Ally Switch. But he goes for the Hydro Pump again. I go for the Dragon Ascent, and this time finish off the Kyogre before it gets a chance to use another Ice Beam. So that's the end of the Primal Kyogre. This Kingdra, I don't know what is going on with it. I don't know what kind of item it's running, whether it's Choice Scarf or Choice Specs. But either way, that's gonna keep me in this fight. Now out comes ET, and that's gonna be Mewtwo. So Mewtwo now on the field. Mega Rayquaza back to full HP. He's got 4 Dragon Ascents off. He's +4 in all of his defenses thanks to the Contrary. Now out comes Mewtwo. Normally Mewtwo is very scary, but when you got a Mega Rayquaza that has this much firepower now, a Gardevoir that's using Ally Switch to keep him safe, and the Contrary ability on top of the Dragon Ascent and a really fast nature and all this firepower, you see why Mega Rayquaza has his own tier when it comes to Smogon, people. This is why Smogon is so afraid of Mega Rayquaza. Oh my goodness, a one-hit KO from the Dragon Ascent. Hydro Pump comes out aiming for Amy, but with all these Dragon Ascent boosts, he's not even phased a little bit. Now out comes Primal Groudon. The only threat remaining on my opponent's side of the field is the Primal Groudon. It is the last thing that can take on Mega Rayquaza, but he has to do one thing to get that, and that is get a crit. Now, I'm going to go for my final Dragon Ascent here. I only need one more to get the final boosts off, and I get those boosts off. Kingdra gets hit by another Dragon Ascent. Now Mega Rayquaza is at +6. Hydro Pump's not going to do anything because of the heat. I'm going to heal up my Mega Rayquaza just in case something bad might happen. But the Stone Edge comes out, breaks through all +6 defenses, gets the crit, and finishes off my strategy. Oh my goodness, I was shocked that he broke through my defenses like that. Instantly, my entire strategy is now floundering, but I still have power left. I still have gas in the tank, so I go for a Boom Burst to finish off the Kingdra and weaken the Primal Groudon. Even a Dazzling Gleam will finish it off, but I go for the Heal Pulse just in case. And Groudon, he tries to go for another Stone Edge on the Echo, but Echo is still on the field. He's kicking butt, he's dodging the attacks. He is not going down without at least one final say-so. I go for the Ally Switch because I don't know what he's going to target with his Heatran, but I do know that one Boom Burst is all it will take to finish off the Primal Groudon. Obviously, Amy's going to avoid the Boom Burst because of her ability, and there we go. Boom Burst finishes off Primal Groudon. Heatran still on the field, gets a critical hit. I don't really think that critical hit matters, but oh my goodness, this strategy, Texas, this is one of the scariest strategies I've ever run. I'm probably going to stop running it except for on Friday Night Throwdowns, but I think I'm going to stop running it for a few Fridays, because this is just too scary. This strategy is too high risk, very high reward, and really just terrifying to fight against. Now obviously I don't have a lot of power when it comes to fighting this Heatran. I don't have a lot of moves left to take it on. I still have one though, and it's going to be coming from my kommo-o. But I don't have my kommo-o on the field, so instead I'm going to hit this thing with what I got. Devastating Drake coming out from Echo. Now, why didn't I name him Drake? This would make a really good pun. But Devastating Jig comes out, deals a lot of damage, despite the resistance. E-Tran's still on the field, though. Goes for the taunt. Obviously, we're predicting the ally switch. Toon's trying to outsmart me as I go for the heal pulse. Gonna give Echo yet some more health just to stay in the fight. Because seriously, he's stuck on Mr. Bones' wild ride, everyone. We're stuck on Mr. Bones' wild ride when it comes to the Magma Storm. Now, Amy's gonna be swapping out. I need to get Amy out of there because this is what I'm waiting for. Azula, my kommo-o. She can finish this all off with one punch. Literally, one punch. I go for the air slash here. I'm trying to, finish it off with Echo. I want to finish this off with Echo because he's done so much work for me. But out comes Azula, gonna get hit by the Magma Storm. And, well, now Azula is going on Mr. Bones' wild ride, just like Echo is going on Mr. Bones' wild ride. So everyone gets to ride on Mr. Bones' wild ride when it comes to the Magma Storm. It's gonna be flinging them into the air and swirling them about. But here we go. This is the final turn. Air slash comes up from Echo. This ain't gonna finish the job, but the upcoming Drain Punch will finish the job at long last. Oh my goodness, tacticians. This video is over 11 minutes long as of me speaking and starting the recording, but we've still got one more battle to show off. That's right, I've still got one more battle to show off, and it's gonna be against, that's right, Ken's. And we're going to be showing off yet the same strategy again. Only this time, it doesn't go as according to plan as, either of us wanted. We both went into this with a strategy. Neither of us got to exactly perform it the way we wanted. But, as Ippy says, if you can't work with your strategy, do something else. And in this case, Impy likes to work with his feet. Work on his feet, and react to his opponent in his own special manner. So, Mega Audino is coming out here. And guess what it's got, people? Guess what it's got? It's got Simple Beam on it. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's got the Simple Beam. Now, you all saw what was going to happen. Yara, Sylvester on the field. Skill swap coming out here. Going to transfer that Contrary. Going to go for the Glare here. Going to target the Audino. Going to try to get rid of it. Kind of, thinking maybe he would go for like a Heat Wave or something, but no, he goes for the Shell Smash. So I'm like, what? He goes for the Shell Smash? What's he doing with the Shell Smash? I'm like, that's confusing me. But then I realize what he's really trying to do. He's trying to return all of his stats to normal, and now out comes the Simple Beam. So the Simple Beam comes out, and this is actually going to make things even scarier, because if that Torkoal goes for another Shell Smash, that's gonna turn it into a +6 attacking Torkoal at +6 speed. I'm like, okay, no, I'm not gonna let this happen. I'm gonna swap out Azula, and I'm gonna take advantage of that. Instead, I'm gonna go for the skill swap and give it the Contrary. So instead of the Contrary, or for me, he's gonna get it. And when he goes for his inevitable Shell Smash, which he does right here, he's gonna lose speed and attack power, but gain defenses. So so this is the trade-off. I have the Simple Beam now, and my opponent, he has the Contrary. His Audino can't do anything. He can't, try to go for another Simple Beam. So this ain't gonna be helping him out. Torkoal goes for the Protect here. He's trying to wait me out. Ken's is trying to wait out what I'm gonna do. But I give my Azula the Simple Beam now because I'm able to get these move off faster. So I go for the Dragon Dance. So this ain't my Rayquaza strategy. This ain't the Mega Rayquaza Big Daddy Rayquaza strategy. And he pulls out the Trick Room, and I'm like, oh, we're just trading warning blows now. We're just getting ready to kick butt. I pull out Yara because I don't want to waste any more of my ability here. He goes for the Entrainment. I think he was just trying to clear up the Contrary and give himself or get rid of this paralysis via the healer ability. Heat Wave comes out, gonna do so much damage to me. Not gonna deal a whole lot of damage, but it's gonna at least reduce my power. Let's see. Iron Tail comes out from Azula. That's gonna instantly annihilate the Audino. That's gonna get rid of it. Gonna get rid of any healing shenanigans. Get rid of the Trick Room shenanigans. But Harambe is out on the field, and this is where Impy is like, okay, what's going on here? Torkoal's gonna be retreating now, and he's gonna be bringing out the Smeargle. I'm like, you're bringing out a Smeargle against me. Why are you bringing out Smeargle? I don't know, but the Ice Punch comes out, gonna deal so much damage to me. Harambe is gonna get hit with the Life Orb, and Impy's gonna bust out the Dragonium Z-move. So here we go again. Echo is going to be unleashing his devastating Drake. I was originally going to target the Smeargle with this, but I decided, you know what? Let's take a gamble here. Let's go and hit the Electivire with this. I was praying for no Focus Sash, and I didn't indeed get no Focus Sash on the Electivire. So that's going to be the end of Electivire. Out comes the Drain Punch. This is going to go straight into the Smeargle. I knew the Smeargle was going to have the Focus Sash, but obviously I just did not care. I just wanted to punch the thing. Look, I see a Smeargle, I want to beat the crap out of it. It's just that Impy has an irrational hatred for Smeargle. That's just how it goes. I see Smeargle, I beat the living crap out of it, if I can. Now, out comes the Torkoal again, going to be setting up the Drought ability, going to be setting itself up. And obviously, in the Trick Room, it's King. So, Heat Wave comes out, going to deal quite a bit of damage to both my Pokemon. And it's going to get really nasty because here comes the Instruct from the Smeargle. And all my power that I've been gaining now is about to be washed away as I get hit with another Heat Wave. Azula's in the red and gets burned. So I'm like, okay, this is crud. As the Air Slash misses, I needed that Air Slash to connect. Torkoal gets hit by the Drain Punch, gonna restore some health, but that Air Slash miss really bites me, really stinks because I did not want to miss that Smeargle. I needed the KO off to keep Azula in the fight for one more round. Obviously, though, that does not happen, so Smeargle gets the Instruct off. Torkoal is going to enjoy one more turn of being able to use Heat Wave again as it comes out. And with my two Pokemon so weak, with the Sun Boost, despite their resistances, they're going to both succumb to the Heat Wave. That is the end of my two Dragon-type Pokemon, as Trick Room finally ends. And this is where Impy is done. This is where Impy wants to end the shenanigans. Only Impy shenanigans are allowed to reign supreme. So I go into my skill swap once again. Obviously, Smeargle doesn't approve of that. But guess what? He don't care. Sylvester does not give a fluff. He's gonna swap out right now because of that eject button I gave him. And out comes Big Daddy Rayquaza. So Rayquaza on the field, Heat Wave comes out, but despite the fact that there is no, Sun Boost, it's not going to do a lot of damage. But it doesn't matter. Out comes Impy's fervent wish. He wants victory against Ken. He wants to show only Impy shenanigans reign supreme. So the wish gets granted as Big Daddy Rayquaza goes Mega Form, unleashes the Delta Stream, and brings the Delta Stream. That's all it is. Contrary comes out, gonna swap it onto Mega Rayquaza. Mega Rayquaza gonna swap the Delta Stream onto Yara, and Yara's just gonna enjoy all of this benefits now. Out comes Dragon Ascent. I'm gonna finish off the Torkoal, or at least do as much damage as possible to prevent it from getting another burn. Here we go! Smack dab into the Torkoal, and that is the end of the Torkoal. The boosts are going up once more. This was the second time I ran the strategy in the whatchamacallit, on the Friday Throwdown. Smeargle goes for the transform, but it's only at 1 HP. Even though it's gotten the boosts, even though it's gotten all of Rayquaza's abilities, it's not got the power behind it. Smeargle gonna go for the Protect here. I should have really honestly predicted this, but you know what? I didn't care. I wanted to beat it up with the Extreme Speed. I want to get rid of the Smeargle. Electrify comes out from the Heliolisk. It's not going to affect either of my two Pokemon. But I'm going to swap out the Delta Stream and see what it's got. It's got Sand Veil. I'm like, okay, what are you doing with this? What are you doing with this? This confuses me. But I'll see in a moment what this Heliolisk is all about. But I'm going to get rid of it, or have it activate the Delta Stream. Yara, he's gonna swap back. He's done his job. He's gotten the, he's gotten Rayquaza, the contrary. Now all Rayquaza gotta do is finish the job. Extreme Speed comes out, gonna finish off the opposing Smeargle. How dare it transform into my mighty legendary. Electrify comes out, gonna, turn all of Amy's moves into electric attacks, but she doesn't care. She doesn't care, seriously. Now, out comes the Land Shark, out comes the Garchomp. Garchomp's gonna go for the Protect here, and I'm like, okay, what are you doing here with this strategy? What is going on here? Turns out there's actually a reason why. Obviously, Heliolisk is, I think, Choice Scarf. That's the only way it's outspeeding my Rayquaza. So I'm going for the Dragon Ascent here. And now I'm starting to put the puzzle together. The reason why he's going for these moves is because he knows Rayquaza is the biggest damage dealer. He knows that's where all of my power is going in. He's giving me no choice but to go Dragon Ascent into his Heliolisk. Because all my moves will become electric attacks. Even though flying type moves will be resistant, all my attacks are becoming electric because of that Heliolisk. And Garchomp is a ground type, so it's going to be immune to them. As the Poison Jab comes out, going to finish off Amy. She's not going to get the chance to, heal up Rayquaza. That's it. All Rayquaza has now is power, and he's got to get rid of, and he's got to make the full use of it now. So Yara, he's got one final trick up his sleeve, and it's going to be the Charm. That's right. Gonna give my Rayquaza a +2 in attack power. Electrify comes out once again, targeting Rayquaza. He's gonna reduce his power even more. Dragon Ascent comes out. I have no choice but to target the Heliolisk, people. The Garchomp I cannot touch as long as this Heliolisk is on the field, so this final attack finishes off the Heliolisk. Now nothing stands between me and victory besides a Garchomp. And, well, Garchomp's going to have one last trick up his sleeve. He's going to go for the Dragon Claw here, connecting onto Rayquaza. But with all the boosts, it's not going to do anything. I have a weakness policy activate, but because Rayquaza's got the contrary, it's actually going to do the reverse. Alright, in any case, Land Shark now going for the Protect here. Obviously, this is the last turn because there's no way he can survive. Charm comes out from Yara, going to connect down to Rayquaza. He's now back at +2. And he's going to go for another Dragon Ascent. It's not going to connect, not going to do anything, but this is the end of the turn. Yara is going to go for one last Charm, finishing it off. Now Rayquaza's in one-hit territory, and here we go. One final Dragon Ascent to end the video, end the battle. Here we go. Bam! Rough Skin gonna leave my Rayquaza a parting shot, but that is the end of the battle. GG to Kent. Oh my lord, this strategy tactician, so much power! Obviously, though, the weakness policy doesn't help me after the contrary gets added, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. Gotta figure something. I'm still working on it. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.
What I can get, but I can't find the answers yet. Head in the water, slow my mind. I hold my breath until I'm found.